on the medals stand as these boats come in right in front of the grandstand here where all the people are watching, cheering them on, especially the coaches that are getting those medals. You're down on the docks. It's a really spectacular feeling to be down there with your crew, and they've come through with that gold medal.
And here we are up at the start riding with our men's freshman 8 as they launch into their 2K here. These high aggressive strokes, just getting these boats up to speed and ready to race here.
So we've seen Temple run the gamut down here on several races earlier on yesterday and early this morning, some of the other events, different event sizes. We'll see if they can do the same thing here today, but Rollins should give them a run for their money. And we've also seen outside of that, lanes 2 and lane 4 throw some things out there that we hadn't expected before, just like we just saw with West Point coming in second in this previous women's freshman novice 8.
Yeah, exactly. So for those of you who are looking for underdog stories and upset stories, we love to keep an eye on these outside lanes just to see if we have any of these crews today who are going to rise to the occasion and kind of outperform their seeding or their early performance in the regatta to sneak onto the podium.
Absolutely. So as soon as we get, there's our shots through the bridge down there. Again, looking at the outer lanes on the far left of your screen, Delaware, and next to them in the middle is Minnesota, and then Rollins on your right side of your screen in that blue and white jerseys with the yellow and blue blades.
Yeah, from this picture, it does look like maybe Minnesota has lost a few seats to those other 2 crews on either side, the Delaware crew and the Rollins crew, maybe just taking advantage there in that first 500 over the Gopher boat. Nice picture of some of our medalists here. This looks like the guys from the Lafayette. Sorry, let me zoom in with my little eyeballs there.
So I don't know if they're throwing coxswains in the river here this time. I haven't seen that yet, so maybe they do it back at the docks where they take them out. So looking at this, we got Rollins here. We're still looking at the outer 3 crews. Rollins with a lead over Minnesota, but look at the far lane, Delaware. Maybe they're the sleepers that were in this event we were just talking about.
Yep.
And then you go back to Temple in the yellow boat in the middle of the course.
Oh, yeah, Temple
with a strong performance here.
Yeah, Temple with a nice margin over this Rollins crew.
And you can imagine down there, if they go past that 1,000-meter mark and past their boathouse, you could imagine the impetus they're getting from their other teammates that are there at the boathouse.
Oh, definitely. Being a local crew must be a huge advantage here, just being able to rally a lot of support on the shore and in the grandstands here at the end of the race.
Well, how many times have they taken these bridges? How many times have they made those turns? They know it like the back of their hands.
Well, maybe not as well as that West Point coxswain, apparently, in that last race. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but really excellent shot here of this Temple boat. Looking really well coached. Just executing that rowing stroke and really making the boat move.
That was Grand Valley right next to them, just came through the foreground of our screen, the blue boat.
Yeah,
so you look at the women's freshman novice heavyweight 8s that fairly well spread out in our lineups there and our times.
I'm right there with you, pal.
Yeah, from this shot, it does look like it is the Owls out in front there. That yellow Empacher just leading the way in this 6-boat race.
And Grand Valley tracking them right behind them.
Yeah, it looks like Grand Valley and Rollins probably having a nice little tussle there, deciding who's going to take silver and bronze in this race.
Already you're seeing the 2 outer crews on the outside, Minnesota, Delaware, have slipped back behind that lead pack. And also the inside, West Point on the inside, looks like they're a little, maybe in 4th position there, but probably not in a position to track down Rollins or Grand Valley for either one of those battle spots.
Yeah, I think the story here really is about this Temple crew out in front. Just checking the blade work, even from a distance, that's looking really, really nice. Just a little bit of water that's coming off all those blade drops looks good. Even from here, Coach, in case you're listening.
Yeah.
Looks good to me in this Temple boat from a distance as they are leading their competitors from Grand Valley State. Looks like maybe a boat length there between Temple and Grand Valley. And then another margin back to this crew, the Rollins crew, who looks like they might be fending off charges from Delaware and from maybe even West Point on the near side.
So again, these are freshman novice crews. Some of these people are probably their first time rowers this year. Although if you're good at recruiting, you can get freshman rowers in that have rowed in high school for several years. So this crew definitely has that look of experience as they come down the course here.
Yeah, and with this shot, you can see just what this margin has become between this Temple boat and the next place in this race, the Grand Valley boat. It looks like a full boat length or boat length and a half of open water.
Yeah, 37.
Temple just cruising now.
37 Temple, front of the home crowd with a 2 boat length open water lead over Grand Valley.
Yeah, Grand Valley doing a nice job in that second place position, but man, on the far side, Delaware is really cranking to see if they can sneak into that silver medal position, but it does look like Grand Valley is in a very, very good spot here,
Absolutely.
maybe able to defend. Delaware still driving all the way to the line. I think they are going to hold off this charge from Rollins in the middle of the course.
Yep.
Rollins maybe just left a little bit too late. Delaware driving for that bronze medal. And there we go. There's your silver medalists, Grand Valley. You see Delaware crossing the line under the bridge there, followed by Rollins. And then Minnesota and West Point bringing up 5 and 6 in this race.